Hi, so we are going to continue on the bond valuations and analysis. So this is the calculation part, of course. But before we are going further to check on the calculations methods, let us check on the relationship in the bond valuations. Okay, so the first one, the price or the value of the bond is inversely related to the interest rate. So as interest rate increase, the price will decrease. Yes, it's a kind of vice versa relationship or negative relationship that they have between the interest rate and also the price of the bond. Okay. So, for example, I give you one example. Let's say the interest rate increase from 6 to 8%, for example. Okay, and at the moment of during the interest rate incurred at 6%, let's say the price of the bond is around 1,200, and once the interest rate has actually increased to 8%, so the price over here might be decrease, let's say to RM 1,000, for example. So this is a kind of vice versa relationship that they have between the bond price and the interest rate, right? Okay, so next, the relationship that also tie the bond, okay, with the face value and also the required rate of return. Okay, so the value of the bond will be less than the face value of the bond if the investor's required rate of return is above the coupon rate. Let's say maksudnya apabila investors required rate of return adalah melebihi coupon rate yang ada pada bond tersebut, okay, face value value of the value pada bond tersebut akan lebih akan menjadi kurang daripada face value bond tersebut. Let's say contoh, let's say the coupon rate is 8%. And the required rate of return needed by investors is 10%. You see, the required rate of return over here is higher than the bond coupons rate, which is only at 8%. So therefore, for this kind of bond, normally the value of the bond will be less than the face value. Okay, let's say the bond face value, okay, face value or the par value is usually let's say we stated here at RM 1,000, right? So what happened when the required rate of returns of the investors need is higher than the bond's coupon rate itself, okay, the value of the bond will be less than the face value. So what might happening here is the value of this bond maybe will become less than RM 1,000, might be 900 or something, right? So this is what happened when, okay, it's happening when the required rate of return, the ROR, needed by investors is 10%, for example, which is, we can say that it's higher than the bond coupon rate. Okay, coupon rate of 8%. So this will happen. Okay, right? So this is the second relationship that a kind of incurred in the bonds valuation. And the third one is the bond with longer maturity has greater interest risk, okay, than bonds with shorter maturities. Yes, okay, if the bond have up to 20 years maturities, right, especially if it's being issued by private sector, of course it is high risk, okay, compared to the bond with the shorter maturities. But sometimes they kind of offering a good coupon rate at the same time. So that's why people or investors still investing in the longer terms or longer maturities bond, right? So here we go. The calculation part for this one is that how to calculate the coupon rate or the nominal yield. Okay. Sometimes the questions will ask you how to calculate the current yield. Okay, the same one lah, right? So current yield for this one, okay. Current yield, how to calculate that one? We have to divide the coupon rate in RM. Remember, it must be in RM. If it's given in percentage, you have to convert the percentage coupon rate into RM and divide by the current price. Okay, so this is how we calculate the current yield. I'll show you later on, right? So, and also in this part also we have the yield to call, okay, which is the yield to call is the interest rate that will make the present value of the bond interest payments and call price equal to its current market price. So yield to call or YTC. So I'm going to show you later on as well how to calculate the YTC. And this one, okay, yield to maturity. So this one you all, I think you already learned in the fundamentals of finance. Okay, how to calculate the YTM or yield to maturity. Okay, so this is the formula, but you can also refer to the one in our textbooks on the page 85. Okay, just the same one. It's just that the textbook's formula is quite details, okay, compared to this one. This is the more simpler one. But of course, just the same thing, okay, just the same thing. So what does it mean by I over here? So this is a kind of briefing from the textbook. Okay, the textbook actually mentioned this formula. Okay, the textbook, okay, your textbooks on page, please refer to page 85. Okay, in order to calculate your YTM, it's stated that CR times par, in bracket, CR times par, and then you have to I'll put underline over here. It's easier for me to do this, to do like this one. Okay, divide by M. If you see over here, divide by M. Small capital letters. Divide by M. Right? So CR times par, divide by M. Let me do this, no spacing. Okay. Small capital letters, divide by M. This is the formula that's stated in your textbook, right? Okay. And this one you have to plus with par minus the MP. MP is the market price. Okay. And then, MP is the market price. I'm changing this one to the M. This is caps lock. Okay. This one minus, okay, N, M. So I think this is the formula that being stated in your textbook, right? Just the same one. Okay. So CR times par minus, divide by M, and plus par minus market price divide by N times M. this n is referring to this n. Okay, sorry. This n is actually referring to maturity. Sorry, maturity period. Okay. So how many years the periods of maturity for that particular bond. And then this whole calculation that you have done, you have to again, okay, divide by, okay, again divide by, sorry, divide by par, okay, par value plus the market price and divide by 2. So this is the formula. This formula is actually being summarized already for you to for make it easier for you to calculate actually, right? So I'm changing this to this one. Okay. So this is the formula that you can see in the textbook, am I right? Okay. Just the same one. So it just quite detailed. Whereby this okay, your formula in textbook is actually, I'm explaining that one first, okay, and then after this I will explain my formula. Just the same thing actually, but you can follow which one is better for you, easier for you to understand. So CR is referring to the coupon rate in percentage. So what is the coupon rate in percentage times the par value? Normally for bonds is RM1000 and divide by M. Okay, and in your textbooks, sorry, M over here. So M in your textbooks is actually referring to how many times the coupon, sorry, the coupon, coupon itself. Let me do this. I think I'm going to use the Jamboard. Better for me to actually writing on the board. Okay, but maybe next time. How many times coupon rate being paid? Okay, being paid. All right. So that is M. Okay. Okay. So that is mean by M. Let's say the coupon being paid once a year, so it means that over here is 1, right? So you do not have to divide anything, just of course 20, let's say 20 divided by 1, still 1, right? So nothing happens. Okay, but this will incur a kind of effect if, let's say, the coupon is being paid twice per year. Okay, so semi-annually. Of course, this one you have to divide by 2. Okay, divide by 2 first, right? So it will affect your calculation, right? But no, most of the questions just give one coupon payment only lah, once per year, right? So nothing happens over here. And this is the part, and then after you've done with this part, okay, you have to plus the par value minus the market price divide by N times M. So if the coupon is being paid once, so nothing happens here, just N times 1. But if it's being paid twice, of course there will be a kind of different over here, right? And then divided by par the whole thing you have to divide by par value plus the market price divide by 2. And